The raid card has made its way back into my government. We will be doing a lot of raiding. Even faith is going to be a very valuable resource for me going forward. Do I want to pillage the aqueduct or the holy site? I'm actually going to leave the holy site alone and the aqueduct as well. And the main reason for that is I'm actually generating great people points to make my own religion at the moment. My capital city, apologies, my Pingala city of Shishfield is now making a holy site. I can pick up this last religion. If the game's just going to give it to me, then great. Now the emergency's finished. I never gave the city back, but the emergency is finished. The world is sort of looking at it and going, sir, are you gonna give that city back? And I'm like, oh, sorry, did you want me to give it back? Oh, no, this is my city now. I've liberated it for myself. This is a self-liberation agenda. 60% on rifling. I love playing China and Civ. It's so good. Just huge rewards for getting everything you can. In fact, great scientists. There's a chance I can actually pick this great scientist up if I run a couple of projects or get the extra governor in Shishfield, which is actually quite possible. Let's work on that. Oh, I can go for a natural disaster. Oh my lord. I've had so many games recently where this has not been a possibility. I would love to be able to put that through. And look, there you go. I've got 100 Diplo favor now, so I can actually add it as a proposal. There's enough allies here that hopefully some of them will want to give me points. He says entirely optimistically. Whether that's actually going to be the case or not, I don't know. Trebuchet 1, Trebuchet 2. This encampment's broken and gone. See, I could just flatten if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I'd like it to be working so that I get the points when I take it over. I don't want to flatten it entirely to the floor at this point. And, oh, you forgot the fact that I'm a commando. You've been busted. It's a free settler for me. And I think I'm going to go and utilize maybe this source of niter. Let's vote up on both aid requests, but really up on my one. I'm going to vote 3 times up on it. Save some of my Diplo favor, but if this goes through, hopefully the game will throw a little bit of gold to me. Yes, a lot of people have gone through, and there's 2 aid requests at the same point, which means the world is likely to throw projects because there's a lot of payoff for it. Fine, take it. Actually, I've got no loyalty in this area. My settler's going to go off in this direction now. Let's go get these olives and all these horses. El Cid, that is another great general. Wow, I so rarely actually get great generals from multiple eras in this game. I never have enough points. I can normally rush one at the beginning of the game, but that's it. We like it. The triple trebuchet army is working its magic. The man-at-arms is pillaging its way to full health. I have such a small army for this invasion. I need reinforcements. I've kind of, my army's disintegrated a little bit into various parts. I could steal Brussels, but what I'm planning on doing is going Divine Right, and then in Unimatrix 0, I'm going to go for the tier 2 building to levy city-states at half price. I think for me, that's probably the best one I can go for. We'll see if it pays off, but I'm pretty sure it is. Divine Right into Monarchy. That's a good upgrade. It also gives me castles. Okay, raid, conscription, strategos. I'm going to get rid of strategos for a second and pop in the builder card, which will get upgraded soon. Then we're going to oligarchic legacy and diplomatic league. At this point now, it is well worth making sure we have a lot of city-states on side, and we want to just think about the city-states I want to claim. Or I think I might have accidentally got the city-state quest for the holy site by conquering this holy site. I thought I had to build it. Oh, that's a mistake on my part. I apologize. I thought I would have to build it myself. Never mind. Right, feudalism. Who do we want? Who do we want to get on side? I think Gaya Anshan. A little bit of extra science from my libraries. We're up to 97 science now. We didn't get to 100 by 100, but if we can get to 100 by turn 115, I will take that as a bit of a win. Urban warfare. That's a good promotion. Oh, yeah. And Trebuchet hits the wall, 60 strength. Bang. Or I'm going to be on this 11 pop city pretty quickly, if you ask me. So one of the things I do need to do is get a Corsair as fast as I can to help me to pillage. You always make your money back with pillaging. It's going to be probably about 800 gold to buy one of those. 800 spot on. Hey, look at that. Every now and then I amaze myself with my own knowledge. Why did I know that was 800 gold? That's kind of worrying. Sell everything I can. I need to keep at least 1 iron so that my man-at-arms actually heal at the end of the turn. I've made that mistake far too many times. About the niter. Anyone want to buy this niter from me? Oh, yeah. Oh, so close. And now we can sell up to 5 horses as well. Done. 790. Sell open borders. See, look, it's just good. Just keep selling. Always sell. And bam. Corsair. We haven't got our crouching tiger yet. That would be pretty handy if we got the crouching tiger. Now we've got castles. You can see see our Great Walls now have culture and gold. Oh, they already had gold, but now they've got culture. Culture's awesome. 55 strength. Khmer replying with an immediate counter courser. That's okay. Of course, that's not a good thing for me, but I'll take it if I have to. 300 gold on pillaging. I mean, that just immediately makes this sort of stuff a lot easier. Hit, and then the crossbow hits. Don't need to rush this. It is tempting to take this encampment, and I'm not going to. For the points. Plus, as it gets more and more health, I'm just leveling my trebuchets up on it as well, so that's really handy. I'm going to attack my trebuchet, are you? That's mean. I like the fact, though, that with the Great General and all of my troops around it, this trebuchet just tanked through that hit. That was very effective. Sheffield hits 10 population, and there's stirrups because I also have feudalism. Wow. China just boosting through everything. Serfdom is cool. Well, I mean, is serfdom cool? Probably serfdom isn't cool, but like, you know what I mean. There's a new city. This was my stolen settler. Helicopter kicker, it's all yours. Now you have a 5-charge builder. You should be able to get this city off the ground really quickly, I would hope. And now to mercenaries, so we can upgrade my troops as quickly as possible. 60 damage from the crossbow. That's why you always want at least a couple of range troops sat around in a field of battle. They always do very well. Hit. We can't quite get the kill, so I'm just going to keep moving around and keep pillaging. Yeah, like that. There we go. This is good. This is really good. Oh, I do apologize. Berlin. Cartesian. Oh, Cartesian Plus, apparently. Nope, wait, no, I've lost it. What am I doing? What is this naming? There we go. That's better. I want to get this Niter sorted as soon as I can. Khmer had Feed the World. I should point this out. So getting a shrine in this city not only helps me get my own religion, but is also really cool. I like it a lot. 300 gold. That's amazing. Another 150 faith. When I do make a religion, I'm going to be able to improve it and finish it almost instantaneously. Actually, this holy site, I might keep that one alive. Bam, bam. Take over the city. Okay, 8 population. The loyalty on this may struggle, yeah, as expected, because Khmer is in a golden age. Pointy Morax, you may find this city is slightly rebellious. Don't worry. Hold in there. We'll gain authority here before they know. It'll be fine. Should we go for Angkor Wat next in a 13 pop? I like the 13 pop. Let's try that. Immediately, you take over a city, you sell its luxury. Don't even wait. There's no point waiting. Siege tactics and mercenaries. Okay, next time we've got a big upgrade, we can just roll into that as soon as possible. Again, keep going for the boosts. Unimatrix 0 now has an armory, which takes 4 turns off gunpowder. Gunpowder would be a really big upgrade because I do, of course, have El Cid who does boost musket units. Normally, the man-at-arms to musket upgrade is where I lose access to great people. Not this time. Not this time. Okay, that is a huge reinforced army that has found its way to me, but we can fight it off with a couple of decent defensive placements, I think. Let's just hold firm for a second, heal my units, power everyone up, make sure we're doing all of the pillaging that we can do. 154 culture, that's 3 turns worth of pillaging. Nice. What do we go for? Guilds for craftsmen? Town charters for extra science? Actually, that is a really good one. 2 markets. Hang on, I've just built a market. There's another market I can put in this city. We can boost that, that's fine. Well, I might as well pillage it then. Great. This is good stuff. Here's Anshan. I don't have any great works of writing yet, do I? No. It could probably be fixed. Normally, at least one person on the market is selling something cheap. 185 gold. That's actually cheaper than a monument, and it gives me science as well. Amazing. I'm gonna have to move Magnus briefly, which is fine. I'm doing a lot of stuff in that city that isn't building settlers. Pointy Morax may flip. No, actually, I can get myself a market next turn, and that will give me a governor. No, hold firm. We could use Victor in here anyway. I like having Victor on the front line. Or do we go Moksha? We've had a few games recently where healing in one go is really helpful. Did someone just take Anshan out of spite? Tokugawa, you absolute chump. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to poor old Ursa? As discussed, here's guilds with the second market. That 8 gold per turn is really handy because that gives me another 8 science per turn as well because of my golden age. So at least until the end of the medieval era, we'll keep that in. Banking has been boosted as well, apparently. Of course, because I've got guilds. Oh, this is all coming together really nicely. That means we can get... I'm going to pick up Victor. I think Victor makes more sense at the moment. But as you can see, we now have 3 crossbows on the front line. I've actually managed to get all of my defensive crossbows in place. Means we can now start to unleash a barrage of absolute pointy death. Pointy death in Pointy Morax. It is the way. It is the way. Also got reinforcements approaching from the east. Jamin is always here to help, but in this particular case especially. Don't worry, Angkor Wat is now beginning to get pressurized like a hose or a tire. Or a balloon. Maybe it'll pop. Maybe if I just keep throwing analogies out, something will stick. There's foreign ministry. Yeah, I like the idea of levying today. There are a bunch of city-states that we have access to that have huge militaries, and I just want to run with that. Okay, Dom Rays have appeared. Dom Rays are, to a small extent, bad news because they can wreck cities, but they're not so powerful at units. We're not losing hope right about now, but we definitely don't want them to just walk all over us. We'll keep it careful. We'll keep it careful. I need this Corsair to get to level 3 as soon as possible. If it does, we can start Depredation, which, as we know, is pretty much the best upgrade in Civ. It's so good. That's a big peace deal, but no, I want a bigger piece of your empire. They pillage their own aqueduct there. I like that. I approve of such crazy action. It's the sort of thing that I would do. Holy site's now being built. I think that was in Gala City. It was amazing. We've only had 200 aid come in so far, by the way. I should point that out. I'm hoping that increases. That should increase eventually, but I don't want to wait any longer than we have to for that one. Yeah, Dom Rays, very powerful against cities. Not so powerful against crossbows. Yeah, we're having a lot of success on the combat field here. Trebuchet, Trebuchet, Trebuchet. Imagine being a melee unit and being killed by just an absolute salvo of trebuchets. That is atrocious. You wouldn't even want to know, would you? You'd be like, what sort of crazy life is this? Go down for a little bit of diplomatic service. Beautiful. I like the pillage. We're now just outside the doors of Angkor Wat. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay, turns out a Corsair could be killed by just 3 random attacks. That's good to know. That's good to know. I was trying to level that thing up, but alas. We take Angkor Wat. I think a lot of the loyalty problems that I'm going to have will disappear. So we want to get down here as quick as we can. I also really would love it if I got more Niter in, because I want to start upgrading to muskets. Buying myself a Knight, not just the city-state stuff, but also if I can get a kill of a Knight, military science boosts, and I really want that before the end of the era, because then we can rush straight to line inventory. Oh, that'll be effective. Some plans truly are better than others, and that one is up there. First Trebuchet in, the next 2 on the way. We need to take the city in 3 turns. Oh, it's going to be close, actually. It's going to be very close. The best thing about this city, if you've noticed, is there's a settler in the encampment. So if we can claim it, it's like a little bonus prize here. We like little bonuses. Little bonuses are fun, right? The 3 trebuchets are still demolishing things quite nicely. We've just unlocked universities, which I would like to run before I get to printing and the combat bonus that comes with it. Do some more pillaging. So far, I'm happy with this attack. I just don't know where all of the enemy troops are. There's 256 of them left, apparently. It could be anywhere. So maybe I should go find them? No, I'll keep my crossbows back for now. They're very defensive units. They're going to absolutely fold into nothing if I take them to the front line. We want to be careful. We want to be protective of them. And you know what? I'm actually going to do a lot more faith pillaging than I realized, because yeah, getting my own religion is fun, but I did just realize Imhotep is up next, and I am so close to being able to pick up Imhotep. Let's do it. Let's do it. What wonders are still available? Mausoleum is still available. Well, that's a good start. Stonehenge, Colosseum, Petra. Okay, we've got options. That's fine. Angkor Wat's walls have fallen, and I think I can take the city, which is really good because we were 1 turn away on Pointy Morax. Let's give it a go. 1 hit, 2 hits. Can the knight finish it off? I think we can, which will give me the military science boost and civil engineering whilst I'm at it. Excellent. Keep the city. -7. Pointy Morax is now on +6. Okay, so we still have a problem with loyalty. However, if we can take Angkor Thom and pick up the pyramids, that will be really good, I think, as well. And as discussed before, just keeping my crossbows back has led me to a lovely position where they can just deal some damage to charging in units as they can't help but repeatedly attack. Second source of niter, done. We've got a third source of niter on the way as well. We will have so many muskets. So many muskets. I wonder if Babylon will attack me at some point. It might do. I've got this levied army just holding a small line with some walls. You know what? I probably could just sit them on the walls for a second. But yeah, I mean, this is a city I would like at some point. I just haven't really... my attention's been elsewhere. I'm on 14 cities. I'm very happy with my efforts. My attention is elsewhere. Angkor Wat? Welcome, Dad Tato. You're in charge. New districts act as culture bombs. Okay. Double... I'm going to go for generals. Let's see if that goes through. Generals get banned. It doesn't matter. I've kind of got some already. No profits. Ah, okay. Well, we should have expected that, to be honest with you. How close was I to a profit? Not so close, but actually actually within boosting range. That's fine. That's fine. We can manually get that in a second. Let's start using Visselbanken routes to Yongle. Now, this is quite a dangerous strategy because Yongle likes population, but I'd rather have just one gigaboss I can deal with later. And if they give me more stuff, I'd rather we both had stuff. This is my theory with deity AI. Often what you find is that if you and the AI have a boost, even if the AI's boost is bigger, you can do more with your boost because you're human and you're cleverer. So it's better to just run with the boost that you've got. That's always my theory. Whether it works out like that, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I meant to put my upgrade cards in so that I could go to Niter. Never mind. Keep pillaging for a second. This knight might take a little bit of damage. If I wasn't friends with the Mayans, I'd be more worried about this army going through my borders. But Chocogamba and Flying Foot, I don't think you've got a problem. I think they're just after Kamasi, probably, which is annoying. But at least it's not, you know, me directly. It's just my friends. It's my allies. Military emergency failed. I get 200 Diplo favor. Babylon is repeatedly settling down south. Again, they're in a golden age right now. If I can hit a golden age and knock them into a dark age, we will get revenge. Moksha's in. So we've got 2 governors now. We've got Victor and Moksha on the front line. And it's the cheeky 3. The 3 trebuchets of doom. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so close. So close. Never mind. We got there. We got pretty close. Actually, that's enough faith now, isn't it? Oh, the turn. The turn I could have got Imhotep. Never mind. All right, well, I'll use the faith for something else then. We could get a great merchant, increase trade route capacity by 1. That's pretty decent. And it actually rolls the merchants forward. Or we could go and save up for a great general, but we're going to get her anyway. Let's go for the merchant, get mercantilism boosted and enlightenment boosted. And that actually means medieval fairs will be boosted and finished. So we don't want to waste anything on that. Let's go reformed church briefly. Okay, this is the time to sort stuff out briefly. What could I get rid of? What could I get rid of in my government? Am I still raiding? I don't want to take the raid card out. Craftsmen can go. What about serfdom? Nope, we got builders appearing everywhere as well. So I'm going to get rid of natural philosophy and craftsmen briefly, only briefly, and then we're going to put in retinues, professional army, like so. I'm just going to work through printing. There's no way I'm building these universities. My gold is being used in other things repeatedly, and that's fine. Now this is El Cid. El Cid, you now have access to these beautiful muskets. Look at these. These are golden. These are wonderful 70 strength attackers. Actually, no, scrap that. We're going bombards first because if I've got the niter and I can do all these upgrades, I might as well use it. Jamin, by the way, now has 4 source of horse. This is the horsiest city I've ever seen. Jamin, you've got it going on. 8 horses per turn. My entire horse-based economy is just jamming along, and I love it. Hell yeah. I like it when random cities just get like a real good identity. Like Deathwall has been here just like casually working this super camp in Alcazar, and it's just like casually being chill with its campus, just getting stuff in for me. I love it. Munch on the holy side. There's a counterattack coming from the north, but this is where my crossbows are. Not too worried about that one. Oh no, my knight got killed again. What is it about cavalry in this game? Well, just general heavy or light cavalry. I just keep sending them in, keep getting greedy with my pillages, and they keep dying, and I'm like, no, why does this keep happening? And it's like, oh sir, if you do the same thing repeatedly, nothing changes. And it's like, whoa, what crazy advice is this? I don't like it. Pyramids. Square rigging boosted. I'm just trying to get as many boosts as I can before I lose my golden age. This is the time. This is the time to do as much as I can. Actually, if I just sell all of my Diplo favor, which is a bit of a statement, I know. As you can see, what we've done is we've built up a huge haul of gold, and I actually have some universities that I can build next to mountains. That will give me the boost to astronomy. And then in Deathwall, university bought, which gives me printing and +3 combat strength. Oh, I'm going to spend the next 6 turns just desperately thinking like, is there any boost that I can get a 60% boost on right now? Because right now we are flying. We are flying and I love it. I mean, look where we are on tech. We're in 5th. We're only 7 techs behind Babylon, and it's just because everything we do is just permanently boosted. Like, here's another one. There's medieval fairs. I'm playing so efficiently. I, dear audience, would like to spend the next few minutes just patting myself on the back because I'm great. How's Miss Modesty doing for you? You enjoying this? Ah, you better be enjoying this. Looking through, the best ones I think I can pull off are 2 workshops, 2 forts, and possibly 3 line inventory. I mean, I've only got 6 turns, so it's unlikely I'm going to get all of that stuff. But hey, you never know. You never know. Oh, also, this is only going into Renaissance. We should be picking up another great general. That's amazing. I'm also wondering, how much peace do I want in this game? Eleanor of Aquitaine has just lost the friendship. I could just let that expire. These cities, London, Newcastle, Bristol, they're quite difficult to get to, but if I was to take all of this stuff over, the space that I would have would be pretty much unparalleled. I might as well just keep abusing this. I mean, yeah, we've got a few trades going on, but if we're trading with Eleanor, it means she's got stuff that we need, so go for all the harbors. It's a lot of harbors. Actually, this is a lot of trade routes. Yeah. All right, we're gonna let that friendship expire. Sorry, Eleanor. Victor, garrison commander. More loyalty in this area. Amazing stuff. My musket took 12 damage and dealt 80 back to that man-at-arms, and then healed pretty much everything that had been done to it. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. A little bit more faith, and oh, we're almost on Miss Merchant, who I think is the next person we're going to be claiming. 200 gold and a spare envoy. Yeah, why not? We have metal casting. Let's go down to military science, go for the line inventory. I mean, it's unlikely we can pick this all up in time. Worth a try, though. Worth a try. So you know how the game banned great prophets? Well, I found another way here. There was a 4-turn Stonehenge in my capital. Well, that's a way round. It actually puts the great prophet not in the Stonehenge city. It goes into Shishfield, which is great, because now I can start my own religion, which again, I probably should have done in the next era, but at this point, you just gotta run with it. Only 3 choices for us, and it kind of boils down to this. Reliquaries is really good if we're gonna collect relics. Maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't. Zen meditation is really good if I could be bothered to spread my religion. Religious community is good if I can't be bothered to spread my religion. I think we're going to go for religious community because this will actually really help my gold income. And then I'm going to go for holy order. Found the religion. Bam. Now I can spread it around even quicker, even cheaper. It's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities already. We should be able to hold this one out, I think. And once we have this great merchant, I will spend a little bit of faith on apostles, making sure we've got that sort of thing going. Amazing. First trebuchet hit, but we've also now got our first bombard. This thing is substantially more powerful. An elite guard musket as well. Double attacking, twice as powerful. An aid request. More people have aid requests, the better. More people are likely to vote for them. A military emergency. This might actually decide who our next target is for us. Eleanor of Aquitaine. I honestly think she's the only person that's joined it apart from Khmer. Yep. Okay. Well, there we go. That confirms what we were thinking. We are going for Eleanor. Now, I can go for theocracy. This would be really good for discounting faith purchases and then really using my religion, which I do kind of want to do. Or we keep on monarchy and go for envoys. You know what? Envoys are easier to get if everyone else is dead. So let's go for theocracy. I'm just going to quickly go around and upgrade any troops that need upgrading whilst I've got the various cards in. I know, I heard it in myself as well. If everyone's dead, it's all fine. And we'll change over. Let's just reset. Let's just reset a little bit. What do I really need at this point? Stuff that makes me better at war. The more I can steamroll, the better. Raid has to go in. It's too good a card. Wars of Religion will help a lot, seeing as Khmer now has a different religion to me, and Oligarchic Legacy will make my battering musket units even more powerful. Then we're going to go for Machiavellianism so that I can use and build a spy up. We'll go for Natural Philosophy. No, Town Charters until the end of the Golden Age, then back to Serfdom. I just like Serfdom. It's too good a card. As you can see now, we've got Intel, Garrison Commander, Arrow Storm, bonus from Great General, extra from Volley, and Wars of Religion all stacking together nicely, giving me some outrageous combat strength there. The Bombard would like to introduce itself to your cities. And we'll just move some units around, bring my Great General forward. And we've got 1 attack, 2 attacks, and then 3 attacks. I think we can just take the city. Yeah, of course we can. I have literally got the power. Well, we got a little bit of renaming to do. Perkins D, you've got the pyramids. Blah, 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 you've got Oracle. And now that I have Oracle, we can get this great merchant cheaply, which we're going to do. Then it's Irene. We'll get Irene at some point. Marco Polo is good. Oh, do I rush them through before the end of the era? It's going to be tough. It's tempting, but it's going to be tough. Yeah, maybe we'll let that one go. So many extra luxuries. These are all stolen. I can't lie. They're all stolen. Another another settler. If I wasn't going to war, I'd be more worried about this era score in the next era, but, you know, we're at war. 2 in general. You've got turtles and you've got niter. Both of these things are brilliant for my empire. We will finish the workshop in my capital next turn, but Shishfield can have a workshop now. That will give me the bonus to industrialization before the end of the era. That is excellent. We're going to pick up line inventory. We should be able to boost those soon. But in the meantime, here is a shrine and here's a temple. That means we can now get an apostle on the cheap. If it's a good apostle, we'll keep it. If it's a bad one, we will start an inquisition. Military science, cavalry, line inventory. Okie dokie. This is a good combination. A very good combination. Well, we could go for ballistics, but I think it now makes sense to go back to the top of the tree. We're going to go banking into industrialization, which will take us on to most decent techs. This workshop, though, in Unimatrix 0 has made this city quite effective indeed. I could keep this apostle as a medic, but no, I might launch as an inquisition or evangelize. Should we evangelize? Let's evangelize. Go on, then. Pilgrimage. More faith. Every city following. Excellent. Well, that's a big flood. That seems to have hit a lot of towers, including my own, but I don't think anything of mine is broken. No, it's not. That's good. That's reassuring. I'm going to trade some gold per turn for raw gold because it's the last turn before the end of the era, and as I mentioned before, one of the main things I want to do is go 1, 2, and then 3. Line inventory. 60% boost on replaceable parts will be a huge help down the line. Renaissance era, turn 134. And I feel like I'm kind of on track for where I want to be. 33 techs for me, 37 for Yongle. We're within 4 of the victor. We have a lot of tourism, we're winning domination, and for the first time in a lot of games, I have my own religion, which is quite cool. Now, I've lost a little bit of science per turn there because my commercial hubs no longer give me science. That in itself sucks. But what I do have is Hic Sonc de Connes, and I'm thinking my capital is actually on Oceania. So if I go and settle in these areas, then I'm going to get 4 population cities, which I mean is pretty much everywhere. Monumentality is always good, but I would rather spread my religion. Exodus Evangelist helps with that, but it's not that good benefit. So yeah, we're going Hic Sonc de Connes. 4 population cities really make sure that as we do make new cities, they have maximum impact as quickly as possible. Looking at era, Babylon has gone into a dark age, which means they're going to start losing cities around here. So I do actually want to settle around here. Hic Sonc de Connes won't help at all, but it's very good to know. Khmer is again in a golden age. England is in a normal age though. So there are opportunities here. There are points of weakness that we can exploit. I'm going to get rid of town charters now. All of this is good war government stuff, but the settlers card is now going to go in. And the reason settlers card is going in is because a lot of my conquered cities, well, I'm just going to take advantage of these and they're going to produce settlers for me so I can really expand into the rest of the land. I don't want to see any of this map that's just not being used, you know? I know I'm not built for full settling this game, but it doesn't mean I can't settle a little bit. You move forward. You move forward. You move forward. Oh yeah, here we go. None of these units have great generals on them at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. However, Bombard Force Alpha is here, and Armenia will be here within 8 turns. Unleash hell. There's 1 attack, 2 attacks, 3 attacks with a crossbow. I'm pretty sure, to be honest, we can just siege the city. Even just leave it there, but no. I'll put it down onto low health and we'll do some pillaging next turn. Excellent. Why don't we take advantage of a little bit of pillage? Humanism, very good, and some gold. Nothing else that I really need to pillage around here, apart from this health. Yep, there we go. Very healthy unit now. City's taken. Professional sports is boosted. Welcome, dearest Danny Darklord. This one's all yours. And I mean, it just might as well just start with a settler. But builder, not settler, builder. You know what I mean. The other one. Retinues and professional army are going in very briefly, as well as diplomatic league, because we're going to go 1, 2, 3 into Ingarzigamu and try and steal this one. Again, anything that helps with the war effort, that's what we're going to be focusing on. Trebuchet into Bombard, and you as well. Okay, so the Bombard crew is now fully effective. Next up, mercantilism. Maybe I could throw a couple of privateers against England. Just jazz things up with a tiny bit of sea pillage. Just to the north of my capital, that's a settler. Lord Rich 111. Well, actually, this is fairly aptly named. Factories will start to push this through in a second, but once this little fidget spinner is complete, this will be a very, very rich area of the map indeed. That was my 20th city, by the way. Not bad for turn 135. We need to keep an eye on Babylon. Babylon has 1,154 military strength, and they are stacking very powerful units near Granada. If they were to attack down the south of this map, is this live would be very much under threat. threat. I need to keep an eye out here. This is not an area of the map I have very good coverage on, and Babylon is probably the most technologically advanced combatant. Anyway, here's my spy. Off to, I think, Preston. Or Plymouth. Yeah, let's go to Plymouth. We're going to use spies against England to stack all of that beautiful, beautiful combat bonus. It's the hope. The final Khmer city, and as you can see, my bombard disagrees with it heavily. Do I want to renew my alliance with Tokugawa? Yes, I absolutely do. I don't need to conquer everyone. Tokugawa is giving me very good combat strength, although he has escaped from this war. You'll join him with Eleanor, though. Oh, yeah, okay. Good ally. Good ally indeed. What about the Mayans? Nah, they've just got their own thing going on up north. They're unlikely to threaten the victory. I could liberate Kandy. I don't really see that as an issue, though, so we will continue to ally ourselves with them. You're looking to ally with people who aren't a threat. Yongle. Yongle acts as a very good buffer between me and Babylon, especially because he's always at war with Babylon. So let's renew this alliance for now. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, The Nickerman, Daddy Bear Todd, Toon General, Civilized, Lovis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Bookaluke 79, Bob Loblaw, Davalex, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Hal Carnassus, Morax, Sinikush, Kappa Yobby Virani, Echobear, Deja Fu, Kovuwu, Legally Trash. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!